Okay, what I want to do is I want to show you how to deal with terms and conditions as an example of what Ammenster can do. So if we look at the email, I just dragged it onto the desktop and I'm going to do the standard date time rename. So we've got the email and everything. This is the email open, by the way. I could just drag it. I could just do it again. Oh no. I'll just do it again. Drag and drop it over to the file to open it, and I'll show you how it came up. So that's the email, and it's got some information there on the website. So when we open the website, and I'm just going to save you a bit of time here, you can see we've got all these terms and conditions, and we want to review them and keep them for future reference. So we can see that it goes on and on and on and on. So I'll just start them up by going up the thing like this and opening all of them, and then you've got the whole lot. Now there's this really cool extension called Reader View, and you can press it and it'll give you a nice format for saving it. Just press the save button and it'll create a HTML file of the SupercheapAuto terms and conditions. So now you can take that and create a using Ammenster's power of renumbering, you can put the date and time like here, and by drag and dropping it on there you rename the file in the correct format, and you can add a little comment to it if you want, latest for example. But the point is you've made a recording of the terms of conditions, and when you open it you'll see that it's got the URL and everything written out for you, so you've got a record of it. And having a record of something is very important for when you want to do comparisons to see what the hell's changed since you last looked at it. They don't want to tell you what the changes are, but this is typical of corporate behavior. Now, if I then drag and drop, now to find the folder where SupercheapAuto is, I can just use the Ammenster technique of dragging onto the search box there, highlighting the thing and doing a left mouse button click and doing a SupercheapAuto find. Now I've just got it off screen at the moment because I'm looking to see if SupercheapAuto actually has a folder. It doesn't. So because it doesn't have a folder, we will drag and drop the email onto the find box there, and have a look at the email that's popped up. So there's the search result, and you can see there's no email for it or no dealings with SupercheapAuto. So what we do is we then go into our email and we create we can just create a folder by pressing the left mouse button here. So if you look at the things, it says left mouse button creates a folder based on the contents of the text box. So because we've got the email, we'll create it, and you'll see now it's created it. But because they infrequently contact us, what we can do is we can get rid of the, so we want the title be supercheapauto.com.au. rather than email. Now, what we can do is then take that, sorry, I'll get back in here. We can take that folder that we've created and put it into our button here, folder use, but we will do a right mouse click into this, all right? And when you right mouse click it, you'll see that it's created supercheapauto.com.au. Now, I'm thinking of also, I might put another one where it just creates a folder on its own, so we can drag and drop the email part of it and create a folder within a folder, so to speak. But for the moment, that'll do. So we pop them in there, and I've now got a thing. Now I can pop that in a folder called dealings. So I have a folder called dealings, and when I'm dealing with any organization or anything, I just pop it in there. And you can easily search it by name. So you just move it to there, done, you've moved it away. It automatically will put it into your dealings folder, and that can be in your documents folder or wherever you like. Good thing is you got to try and keep a backup of that. And that's how I dealt with the Supercheap Auto, how to deal with terms and conditions and being able to detect if there are any issues. Now that you've got in a HTML format, by the way, another thing you can do, I'll just get back into that folder again and just want to show you this. Now that we've gotten back into that folder, you can take the Gemini, for example, and you can drop that Super Auto terms and conditions in, and you can say can you review this for privacy issues and any other issues I should know about as a member. So pop that in, have a look at what it says. That's just a quick way of reviewing it. So it's going to analyze it. Let's see what it's done. Here we go. Here is the thoughts: privacy, location-based personalized tracking. If you choose to add a membership card to the Apple Wallet, Google Wallet explicitly agrees to receive location-based information, automatic account linking, guest email registration, forfeit the right to upload feedback if you provide feedback, product reviews, blah blah blah. Super cheap auto. Auto grants them perpetual rights, strict review condition rules when posting public product reviews. You are forbidden referencing competitors, profanities, and other things. Isn't that interesting? They're trying to lock you down. Key membership account rules: no account, one account limit, trade club restrictions. Oh, well, it gets interesting. We can again copy the response, or we can do a little bit better. We can just copy the response, and then we can put it into I'll just see how we got it. We can put it into Ammenster editors, note. Should be able to paste it. We should be able to save it. I'll just see if it is saving. I haven't saved it yet. I haven't given it a title actually. Super conditions, copy, la 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 la, Gemini analysis. And what we'll do is we'll give it a link as well. Share the conversation. I'll just show you what I'm doing here. So we'll copy the link so we can save the conversation, and then we will go in here. So we know where the conversation is, and I should be able to save an MD file. Let's see. Have I saved the MD file? I'll have to work on that a little bit, but anyway. So I'll copy that. I'll give it a new one. I just need to write some code there. File, save as. Hang on. Just go out of that. Copy. And I'll just put the date and time on that. And then you can copy that to there. And you can see there's my analysis. There's my, apologies. There's my analysis that I've just copied out of Gemini. I could also just give it the link, but I've got the link in there. I could, no I can't. So that's one possible, but I could also just fire up Gemini. The last conversation I had, SupercheapAuto, and I can, we made the link earlier. Share conversation, copy the link, put it into Chrome. I'll do that off screen. So I've got the link. Unfortunately, yep. So I've got the link. I've created the link here. And again, using Ammenster, just go in and put the date in. So you've got an ordered file, so you can see the analysis. And you can see Gemini Direct Access for Google AI, SupercheapAuto analysis page, right? So you've got all that information there, and you can come back to it and look at it. At the moment, it isn't raising any issues because I really don't use the product that much, but this is how you can quickly analyze something and keep it for future reference. You don't have to do so much work as I did, but it just demonstrates how you can do things in Ammenster with the date and times and how to keep your mind clear. So we'll just stop recording.